on. And the VOD is agreeing that it's starting now. So I'm going to make noise happen in 10 seconds. This is for Josh to eat. No one's going to get this in a VOD. Josh is getting 10 more seconds to eat food. Just check the watch real quick. I can't see the time because it's giving me a notification. So that feels like about 10 seconds. All right, good. It's really love to gain all this time on anyone ahead. Get a couple quick 10 seconds. That's the send! What was that from JB? That was a very, very odd move and the break-in. Makes him think about it, is enough to make him get some space, and that's an error around the corner as well. Has a slide, and that might be enough to open the door, and I think Ethan has done that sweetly. That is honestly a nice, nice move. This is absolute pandemonium for this race. Chaotic, everyone's dropping everywhere. This corner's amazing for letting people go for it. I think I've just seen is that... And there's some passing going on further back as well. Is that GB and Pooch both going past the McLaren? That's insane! Hit 3 and 4 wide, a little bit further back, side by side between the teammates, and that's going to be a switch up. Now I am quite firmly certain that D, R, and S games will be played! They will be played! Dylan's hit the car ahead after trying to get out of the way. He's now sitting in from range. As that Mercedes is defending hard. Oh my sweet Jesus, that is an Aston Martin from range. Josh M_01 has just done probably his most outrageous move I have ever seen in history. Everything, he's going to have one send. Josh knows that he's going to park his car on the inside. Down the inside he goes. They've both run wide. I don't think either of them made the line at all. And Rod's trying to force his way through them all. And Rod is out of the race. A sudden Pooch podium. This might happen. If he keeps his car on the road, he might end up getting a cheeky... Hi everyone, how are we all doing? This is NPR radio, NSL... I don't even know what NPR is, it's just an American thing. Hi everyone, NSL's here. We're out here, it's round 6, it's the halfway point. Well, technically it isn't, because you can't get halfway between 6 and 12, because that would be 6.5. You get the point. We're before the week that we have a little break for. We're at Silverstone-ish, kind of. I wanted to put that in the graphic. I decided that would be a tiny bit too weird and confusing, so I thought I'll just leave it simple. The graphic on here looks the same. It looks normal. It's just a track that you're used to. It goes round the normal direction. ish, depending on if you're doing it right. There's a sprint we're doing today, 26 lap race after that. Pit loss, I decided I can't be bothered to find a proper source, and I know that people are going to be speeding into the thing because we're doing the reverse track today. It should be fun. Listen, if anyone shouts, no one makes an official F1 graphic like this backwards. Where am I finding one? And I'm not making it. I refuse. You're having the forwards version. Anyways. Calendar, just so you can see all the places we've been, of course. We've been to Belgium, Abu Dhabi. Australia was the first sprint of the season. Then we went to Monza. Saudi Arabia, Jeddah was something. Stuff happened at that race. A lot of things. Go check the VOD on the YouTube channel if you want to see what properly happened. It's a good watch. People was definitely losing their heads. Maybe it'll happen today as well, but the track should be normal. Conditions, I ain't got a clue. Rules and stuff is all the same that you're used to, except I'm going to skip straight ahead because those are pointless. Sprint stuff is what I want to be looking at today. We've got 9 laps. Reverse championship grid. If you have raced in NSL and have at least been classified, you don't even have to have technically finished, you are starting at the front. And if you're in front of the championship, you're starting at the back. Points 13 to 1, down to 8th. And then we'll see what the hell happens. I can't promise safety in this lobby. It's going to be a bit scary. Anyways, hi everyone. I feel like this is less chaotic than normal, but it isn't. It isn't that. We've had 1 billion subs to start. My face cam isn't existent. I'll fix that. There we go. Ollie's dropped a sub. RB dropped one as well just before we switched on the thing. 25 bumps on RB and the first from Ollie. Legend. Thank you all. That's the Greg's money, by the way. Big up Greg's, by the way. Big up Greg's. I don't know why I'm bigging up Greg's. One thing I'm bigging up, I already set the lobby plenty in time, and I'm going to triple check, but I'm pretty certain it's not fine. Formation lap's gone back on. Good. Never mind. Never mind. It's clearly decided it doesn't like me. I hate that resets every time. We are missing 4, 5 people. 3 people now, actually. Couple of people left. Found out race would cook so hard today, I brought snacks. It's going to have a lot of racing to see. I don't know if it's going to do that. Ray is now joined, so that makes it also 16. So who are we missing? Because I've seen the list is now just being edited down to 16. Has someone changed their mind? No, Bine's not in. So are we there? Oh, all right, fair enough. Nice. We have everyone. That's weird. We normally don't have everyone in that quickly. We might start. We could start on time here. Let me set the grid anyways, so you can see what we actually have. Reverse grid, I'll announce it now because I haven't got a fancy graphic because it's changed within the last 30 seconds. That's the point. On pole, for the sprint, Izmir, where's Pimp Princess? That's up front. Then Satar's going to start in second position. Third place, where's Ray's name? He just joined in the lobby. Whack him all the way up to just ahead of Spuds. There we go. Boom. Fourth is Spuds. Nice. Okay, that was roughly the right place. Up the bagel. I've been interrupted. You know what we do. You know what we do. If you don't know, I'm going to not explain inside jokes now. You're going to have to figure them out on your own. We'll see how everyone does. It's going to be a weird event. Where's Rocket Pro in 5th? The names I'm used to seeing here aren't there. And the names I'm seeing here right now, they're fine. There's nothing wrong. Like, some of them are going to get their first opportunity to have a good, big result. Some won't. I don't know what's going to go down. It's going to be a weird mess. But lock in. Lock in. It'll be a good time. Jack and 9th was in 10th. Pooch. Is Pooch... Pooch? AMP! AMP! Okay. That's the best one. That's the best one we've seen. I'm all the abbreviations. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the follows as well. Wait. Oh, is that... Oh, that was literally who just set up the vehicle. Legend. Thank you for the love. I'm still hashtag team Den Days, but nah. I might be hashtag. We need a third journalist, honestly, if I'm out here. Just to mix it up a tiny bit. I'll be down in 12th. Bagel, 13th, 14th. 14th? Why is that now 15? Who's just left? Who's just thrown my entire brain cell off? Okay, well, it's that, then that, then that. But who's missing? Who's departed out of this order? It's Ray. Ray is missing. Ray should be in 3rd. Where is he? I've confirmed the order. I now just need to put him back. Ray, you are cutting yourself close. Let's say it's going to end up with 20 journals by the end of the season. I'll take it. Good option. Right, let's go get Ray back in the lobby. Hopefully it was a random little crash or he's back in within 5 seconds. He's Pooch is South African today, by the way. I see him. Once we're there... Oh, PCS crash, right. Once we're there, we'll start. I'm going to give him a couple minutes, 2 minutes or so, and hopefully can get in time, because the sprint, there's no formation lap, so you got to go straight in, you know. I will be nice. I will be nice. He's gotten to the end of this song, which is 2 minutes 48 seconds. We'll see how quick his PC goes. Why are we Secret Santa? What is happening? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I like that. Secret Santa as a journalist. Everyone gets their own journalist, but you don't know which one you're going to get, and then you just get given them on the end of the season. Not sure how I've put those two topics together. Sure. I'll take it. Get my GCSE results tomorrow. W's. I don't want to say good luck. You've done that. You should have already had the good luck from when you did the exams, but I hope you get what you want. I feel bad. It feels weird saying good luck to that, but either way. I'll take it. Every driver is never a random driver's personal driver. Oh, nice. Oh, Dubs, let's go. I got it. I just did that randomly. I'll take it. Buying Industries, we're going to be hiring journalists soon. No one gets paid here, but we're going to hire them anyways. I love it. Yeah, good luck to anyone who's getting results for anything, if you've had them for GCSEs, A-level, whatever they're called. Some of them have got numbers now, I don't know, but wish you the best of luck. But you've already done the hard work, so don't stress. You still got life to go, and it's going to be a good time. Third results day on the bounce. Bro said on the bounce. I'm so... Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it, though? I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. 1 minute 36 seconds left in the song. The only reason I know that says at my stream that I'm not that nerdy about when the song starts and ends. Old ass is rude. Old ass. Can't say that in British. It's not possible. Ass doesn't sound nice. That was just... I apologize for saying that. That sounded wrong in my own head. That was how weird it was. You know what? To pass the time, I'm gonna give you standings, because I don't ever use graphics in them this season because it was far too annoying to do. So, can we let you know what's happening? We're currently missing a championship protagonist. Ethan NUSC07 is gone. Dunzo. He's been killed out of the... I'm kidding, he hasn't been. He's just not here because he's away. He's leading the championship right now by a grand total of how many points? 29 to where is the man? This one. This individual right here, F1 Lightning. So he's got a chance to gain some points, and then Bagel's in third, who's another 30 points behind that. But those two are the keys. Anyone trying to make a late charge got to win everything from now. You got to win a lot from now, and F1 Lightning's got to get a good chance of gaining all those points back. And with 26 from the race and the fastest lap, we do give that point still. 13 from the sprint. That's a lot of points. It can absolutely be a 10-point lead by the end of this if he maximizes it. If he doesn't, then it's all done. And it's a bit of an L. We ain't got a clue. We'll find out. I don't know. But I'm excited to see it because this is like the swing round. Last week was kind of that when F1 Kid was on the keyboard. Ethan wasn't. This week, one of them ain't even here. It's not like he's going to get a sudden good result this time, though. I don't know. Ray has got 5 to 20 seconds. You know, he's got... I'm putting the epic music on. I'm giving a ready up message now. He's got as long as people take to ready up. It's intense now. It's intense. It's been about 3 or so minutes. If he doesn't make this, he can still come back in for the main quality and race and stuff, so it's fine. Ray, don't worry. But slightly do worry. Radio message has been pinged. Let's go. He's on his way. Ah, the timing of this is crazy. The timing is great. I have to let them go. I can't hold them much longer. I will try and spam an invite in. If you can get in before it starts, you're in. If you can't, you can't. Lock in, everyone. Shout out to the people you support, and if anyone is in here and you're like, you want them to succeed and do well, if you don't want to succeed and do well, don't be mean to them, but just silently wish them downfall. I'm kidding. Don't do that. That's very rude. Be nice to everyone. They're all having a good time. Got a bit dilemma. Should I go to Denver? In the middle of this event, we are talking about Denver. No, you should go to Colorado. You ain't going for an event. Just go to Colorado and sit there. That's what you're doing now. Denver's been banned. Not having it. Not having it. I love absolutely useless waffle. It's a great time. It's a great time. But in the music, we're in dry conditions. There's nothing crazy right now. Don't worry, we didn't have a sunny haze this week, Novi. Haven't actually missed anything. I didn't have time to for a lot of reasons, so you're all good. Next week will, well, not next week, the week after that, you'll have a return. A double. I don't really need to have the music on for this because in a sprint, we normally, in fact, this entire race round, we don't have a formation lap on. Mostly because, well, half the reason sprints, we don't use them. save time, speed up. Second reason, the entire game will sometimes bug out, and for this one specifically, if you park wrong, you can sometimes get perma-DSQ'd out the race instead of just off this formation lap, and then you can start. It's annoying. Doesn't make sense. Don't worry about it. So no formation lap. So as soon as this timer's done and you hear it beeping, we're going straight into a race every time. I do see there's no rain though, sadly, which is a bit of a pain. What are your thoughts on getting names on the back of football shirts as a fully grown... I'd do that. What do you mean? I don't see anything bad about that at all. I'd do that now. I'd get my own name, a player's name. I'd literally see nothing wrong with that to me. Like, as in, even if my name players... If it's a meme name, even then, fine. I only think the way I don't like it is if, like, you put an extremely long name on purpose to just look trolly. Otherwise, yeah, I think it's fine. I'd do it this spot right now, to be honest. I've always wanted one. One day I will still do it. I just never wanted to pay that much money. It's a lot of money. Boomy move. If there's an early safety car, I need to go poo. Pooch is ready for his number 2, but is everyone else ready to race? Yeah, we'll run that as the intro. We'll run that as the intro. It's fine. There's 5 lights and everyone's already gone and ready. I've lost my track map for some reason. I don't have timing anymore. There's a car that's already stopped. Turn 1 is weird because we're looking at it backwards. It's the final few corners. There's a McLaren spun round. It's Spuds who's lost the front with end plate. There's a Sauber not facing the right way. It's Rocket Pro. The rest of them are still going. But look at this. There's like 4 or 5 wide-ish. Then the other McLaren's pinched an Evercar. Spuds again, I think, actually, has pinched an Evercar in the background. There's still cars fighting over here. The 2 McLarens are now looking kind of close. This just looks like no one knows where to put their cars. Because I don't think anyone's raced on these for more than 2 seconds for just vibes in an open lobby 5-lapper. Some on medium tyres, some on hard tyres to start this race at the moment. Not too many mixes up. Mir is still leading this race, by the way, and Ollie behind has been forced off, went off himself. There's a Nevercar. I think it's the other half of Raul going off. But so far, it's the same order we started in. At least for the first place, it's not the same order at all. In fact, if you look, there's been 3 gained, then 5, then 8 for Bagel, 2 for Josh. That's a Merc round. Youngquest is gone, looped a little bit. He might drop all the way to the back. I'm not sure. He's down to 13th now. But the leader is still the leader. I don't... Oh, okay, never mind. The leader is not the leader if you're braking like that. No one is on the track. Mir's off. Ollie's in the lead. A bit of barging happening on the roads. Ollie is leading his first sprint for the first time. Jack is now into 2nd place. Bagel's in 3rd. Mir's lost a position. That Hasselrau was in dangerous territory of their front wheel being absolutely taken off their car. Let's see how he judges this, because turn 1's interesting. You always drift wide. It's like Portimao turn 1, but left. And no one knows how to do it, whereas at least some people know how to do it at Portimao. There's so much end plates taken off cars. Front three start to pull away as a little trio at the moment. Kind of. Ollie is leading for now, 4 gain, then 6 for Jack, 9 gain for Bagel. On for a sprint win? I don't know. He's had a podium, and then he had a P2. He wouldn't mind a cheeky win in something. It's not the same as a race win, but like, if it's on the cards, it's on the cards. Further back, we've got big people who I'm expecting to always have pace. The ones fighting through the grid. They've mostly made their way up. As Cops is, I'm pretty certain, a flat corner, by the way, but if you're jostling like that, it's almost not. How in the world is Josh surviving that? Mir's gone round from a bit of a pivot, but Josh didn't get taken with him. I don't know how. 14 positions down. Mir's, unfortunately, first to last it. That's not what you want to see. Satar's dropped a few places up. I think he's had an excursion on the grass because that's some dirt off their tires. How? It seems like most of the people who started near the front have sadly switched. It's always 2 scenarios in a sprint. If you end up being where you're meant to be by the 3 laps because you all collectively get past them, or it's chaos and no one moves at all because you're all just jostling and it's a shuffle button. It's the normal. There's been a lot of collisions and stuff, but it's still been that the leaders end up back where they should be. I mean, Apollo Pepsi, by the way, is up 11 places. Now, that's not gaining because of championship. He started at the back because he hasn't had a point classification or thing. So we don't know what his pace is. He's genuinely just made 11 places up on his ones. There goes F1 Lightning behind, overtaking Rowlake. AMS versus AMG versus AMG versus AMP. Bit of a mix, it's weird. But we still do have a Williams in the lead. There's a lot of end plates missing. That is just a given today. There is a lot of end plates that I've seen not attached to cars. I don't know how that's going to be judged. Let's see how everyone's doing through cops. Is everyone fine? No, everyone is not fine. Every time we're going through cops, it's a great corner in forward and backwards, as that is an Aston Martin. I think is having a little going into 30. Is Bagel's being passed. That's Apollo Pepsi, who was on a good run, and now he's in 7th. The run has stopped, and there's now more gravel and dirt and grass on the track. It's okay. Do me and box for Inters in. I don't box for Inters in a dry. If don't box, don't box at all. It's not the strap. JJ may have done it. It's not the strap. Not ideal. I hope your monitors recover soon, by the way, man. That looks scary. Don't know why that happened. I think I know how it happened, but you know what I mean. Look here, all the corners are just like that. There's no run-off on the exit. They're flat corners, or they're ones you can take easy, but if you have any mistake, they instantly become you're on the grass, you're going wide, and you can't guarantee your car staying on the road. It's instantly one of those. And I love that, but no one else is going to while they're driving. So it's a bit off. We've got Josh and Raul, by the way. We're pretty close. Has Josh got end plate damage on his car as well? I haven't actually seen. I have no clue. We'll have a little look in a second, but firstly, he's going to let Bagel be overtaken by Raul for now, and he has safely managed it. That's one down. Josh might try and follow him through in a bit. Yeah, I'm trying to keep a tab on if you have damage, but I can't see. Ron says there isn't any, so that's good. We're seeing. Are we? Huh? Okay, we're seeing side-by-side through cops in reverse, and it went well. It didn't go well for the Red Bull of Pepsi behind. I did see him drift a bit wide. And the front two are finally battling at the front. I think F1 Lightning has... How has he managed to get away with all of this? They've all had to dodge cars and stuff, but he's just silently managed to make his way back to the front, and that's exactly what he needed. Max points if he could have done it. All the way for the weekend will be perfect. He gets a championship lead plus an extra 10 to view, and Jack... I don't think it's out of the question that Jack can maybe just fight him for a little bit, but if he doesn't get him back immediately, could be done. It could be done. There's no safety cars to save anyone. Bunch the grid together. I'd love there to be one, but if we did, there'd be 7 million of them, and he's already been gapped by about 9 tenths. Fastest lap's gone in his car as well. That might be game for the sprint win. I don't know if anyone else can do much about it. You would have wanted for Raul and Josh on their sides to hopefully get at least behind F1 when they all start making that move. Spagel's going a bit wide himself. But if they lost touch of him like they have, it's done. That is it. That is it. Scaring off the apex is Josh pushing the LPY mind punt right there. Satara's out of the race. I think that is in the pits. So that's 2 DNS, both in the pits, I believe. I don't think Mia had crashed into a wall or something. After unfortunate races. They both had good starts. I mean, they had good starts because they was put in good positions, but still. It didn't end up going too well. Cars got a bit close. That's the nature of the sprints here. We put them in reverse. You're slow, or at least lower in the championship. You might not have the pace to keep it, but you've got to go. You get given a go to try and handle it. That's 3 cars that have all just not stayed on the road. 3 in a row who've just refused to stay on the track at any point. I love to see it. I'm surprised Track Limits hasn't come into it anymore. I've only seen 1 car with it. I'm just going to double check that is actually, yep. So Spuds has one. That could change something near the front, maybe, or in the middle of the pack. We're going to have to find out in another 3-4 laps time. This grid's so weird. I don't even know in my brain mentally who to follow. The front's mostly sorted itself out in pace. Mostly. Jack is in there as a bit of an anomaly. He's normally up there-ish, near the like mid-pack, but into second, less so. And slowly, Raul, I think, will start to catch him and make a difference. As Pepsi had a great run for those fruit corners there. That was nice. That was very nice. Young Quest is new. I believe he's stream, by the way. Pooch knows him. He seems cool. I think we might have seen a clip of him before in reacts that Pooch has sent. Seems like a really cool guy. It's not gone well for him today, but like, there's a lot of time left to go. There's a lot of time left to go. It should still be fun. I was gonna say Ray's still not managed to get in. I got that as well earlier. I had to give it another restart. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's that. It might be from... He might have been in that clip as well. Ron, I'm not sure, but Pooch definitely knows him anyways. He seems like a cool dog, so we gotta let him in. Has a good time, man. Has a good time. I love watching all these corners, man. They're all just... They don't make any sense because they're all, like, normally, you know, open into a faster corner. Every one of them opens into a slower corner, or closes into a slower corner, I guess. If the ads can actually start at any point in time, That would be great. Thank you for calling out. And I've been looking for the last 2 minutes, and they're still not starting. That's fine. Lead battle could be happening, or leadish battle could be happening soon, as Raul has got within half a second of Jack's car. But Jack has a front. Does he have a front wing? At least visually he does. Raul definitely doesn't. There's a left end plate missing. Josh should maybe catch up to this. It depends how long it takes to get past this Williams, if he gets past. If he takes some time, it'll be 2 cars fighting for second. If not, Raul can get away and cleanly have this second place on his hands. It might even be in Jack's best interest to let Raul through to guarantee third, if he thinks he can stay ahead of Josh for 2 laps. Saves race time, you don't lose out too much. But if you think you're not going to hold on to either of them no matter what happens, you might as well do what he's doing right now and just hold on to second. I think even if you knew that you could outpace the guy behind and let one go for free, you're always going to try and fight it. It's what you do when you're driving the games. And you're driving, you don't give up positions for free. And I don't want people to. You got the whole right to keep it. 2.1 further back. Josh isn't catching as quick as I thought, so I think even if these two are going to have to fight a lot to make a difference. Further back, Apollo Pepsi, he's still driving goods. Every time he's been on point on the track, he's been going at pace. It's just a lot of people, as you can see by the tire marks, and then another car, keep not driving on the track. So it's not going well. AMG drivers are fucking what? They are struggling to dispatch over this Williams. AMS is currently winning. AMP's got to lock in, but like, AMS is the lead free character team right now. Will we see damage complaints from Raul, which are very justified? He literally has damage. But will we see those complaints after the race? We're going to start lap 8 in a second. Tell Josh I said to lock in. If Ethan ain't racing, I support Jishicality. I mean, he's still 1.9. Josh, you heard it. You heard it from the woman herself. Go drive faster, maybe, or else Raul's going to take that second place, and you're not going to have a chance. Raul is into second. Jack's had to cede position for now. He'll get a chance on the DRS, which is detection point is here-ish. There. If we're going around that way, that's still weird to look at. I haven't even paid enough attention to the fact that DRS detection points are weird positions. It'll be open 7 tenths away. I don't think that's close enough or his setup's even good enough to make a big indent into that one. 1.1 seconds, though. Is 1.1 enough to hold off this AlphaTauri, RB, V-Carb, Toro Rosso regen car? I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll learn in a few laps. Is everyone going to stay on the roads? Josh was very safe on that. I don't know if that was safe or just confident, because he didn't even get on the curb. He stayed well within the tarmac part. Not bad. Other battles are still kind of going on. We've still got a big... Actually, Pepsi has got past Vega now. So Vega's now down into 6. I didn't realize that move had actually gone and taken place. Hellboys could be making some inroads a little bit. Rocket Pro, I think... I don't know how he's that far behind already after being passed, but he's now in 10th. It's a sad day for Pooch. He's had damage, he's had things happen, but like 11th. Debut for Young Quest has not gone too well. Spuds is unfortunately down there. Pooch in 11th position is interesting. Normally, I don't know. 39 points are vacating my gap. Yeah, this... It's one round, Ethan. We have no clue, but so far, everyone is doing exactly what he needs to do to come out with a championship lead at the end of it. Pooch got his... He got, is what happened. He got. It wasn't a good time. Thank you for deleting that. I was almost going to read it. I understand what happened to him from that sentence. But we can't let that land. All right. Josh is closing in on the top 3 anyways. He's got 1 lap and a bit, well, less than a bit of a lap to go and hopefully make this work. Good roof cuts will be vital. If he goes a little bit wide, it probably actually help him a tiny bit. He's so safe on that track limits. But he's fine. Is Jack going to defend aggressively on the inside? He has to, but he's not going to be able to. The track opens up, gives Josh a bit of room to do so. I'm not going to lie. I thought that was a bit of a safe send. I think he could have gone for it a little bit more. Love tap? Not really a love tap. A tiny bit of colliding together. There's maybe a small shout that he might have accidentally done that. And that's causing 2th position. I think that's racing. There's nothing too deep into that one. Jack has been passed. It's a trio character top 3 at the moment. F1 Kid will cross the line to win the sprint. Raul will go in second place, managed to get the job done and get away from Josh. 2.5 seconds back will be Josh to wrap up an AMG 2 and 3. Disappointing, the higher ups will be speaking to him. Jack in 4th is very solid. Apollo Pepsi in 5th. Bagel in 6th. It's not a bad top 6. I just feel like Bagel, Jack, maybe Pepsi, if they had a cleaner run, might have been able to steal a podium off one of those 3. The established trios have managed to get there. Ollie was up the front at one point, down in 8th. RB finishes in 9th. Rocket Pro in the wall. And, and then we got Pooh, Spuds, and Quest will eventually cross the line, hopefully in that order. I'm not sure how it's going to change. That's the sprint. Reminder, if you're in the session, stay in the lobby. Normally we quit after a sprint. Don't quit. Stay in the lobby. Just let it go into the next race thing that it's going to do. Well, that's obviously not the race. And then DNF. That's it. Go into whatever comes after this. Retire your car. We'll go into the proper lobby. That's it. We're good. Yeah, if I'm going to say it was more just like a slight tap. Like, I don't think there was not enough space. It was just both of you was risking staying close to each other. And that happened. Nothing major. Not a big deal. But my British stewards, I'm kidding. Please don't send it in. It's fine. If you want to see the order officially on the screen, there you have it. F1 Kid, as I said, fastest lap as well, although it doesn't really matter in this, but either way, 13 points for him. Then we've got Raul and Josh in top 3. Jack, Apollo Pepsi, Bagel, Hellboy, Ollie, RB, Rocky Pro, Spuds, Young Quest, Pooch, Satar, and Mia. Wrapping up the order. That is the gaps. That is the thing. Maybe penalties come out of that. I have no clue. Not anything I've heard of. That start was a bit chaotic, I will say. There was a lot going on in whatever the hell that was. I liked that, though. I liked that. I think it was a decent race. Not as chaotic as hopefully... I don't know. You don't tell me. I didn't think it was that chaotic. Maybe it was because I'm just used to what I saw last week, but it's fine. Reminder that F1 Lightning regularly beats y'all on the laptop. That is true. Let's see how many people read the briefing. And 2 people have not read the briefing. 3 people. Josh has... Oh, is it done the game crash thing? Oh, okay, never mind. We do one... Great. Let's see how many people get to stay in. I think most of the lobby's still in there, so I'm going to carry it on. Okay, so it wasn't actually that bad. I think some of us are still here, but the game just does the thing where we're not going to let you have a good start. We're going to crash, just so everyone knows I'm not commenting over this. This isn't the race. Just need everyone to DNF. Everyone, if you're in the lobby right now, retire your cars. However you need to do it, retire it quickly. If anyone left early, I think it was either muscle memory or you just got very unlucky. Oh, that's nice. And got biffed out of the session. Let me see some good DNFs out of you lot, at least for this part, man. Couple corner cutting pens. Raul going back into the pit lane the right way around. Technically. Practice starts. You lot nerding practice starts, aren't we? I see you. Alright, anyways, we move. Championship, though. So if how many points did he gain? 13 on that. That puts it down to a 16-point gap, which means F1 could only need second and above in this race to take the championship lead. Ethan, if you're watching, if you're listening in the VOD and live, there you go. You need him to finish lower than second. And it's a net positive. What happened in the sprint? Tidy chaos is what I'm going to describe it as. It was chaotic, but not more than normal. I think it was just a standard, a few people shifty left and right and stuff. It wasn't horrible. I've seen worse. Okay. Now, depends how long it takes for everyone to ready up and go past this screen. If you're on this screen, advance quickly as possible. Do you want my clip real quick? For the spin, if you want to just put it in clips, yes, but I don't need it. If you want it for a ticket, I think it's going to not be anything if you want my quick opinion. Oh, for the start. Oh, yeah, for that. Yeah, let me see the start. Actually, that's good. That would be quite nice. Give us some pastime while we wait for a bit. Right, if anyone has been disconnected, shout me in the chat. I'll ping you an invite, or someone will ping you an invite. We'll get you back in. Everyone, it's section 2 of the results and the race and stuff. We're not done yet. That wasn't the whole day. As I said, it's a sprint round. We've done the bit on the left. The column on the left is done so. We've had 9 laps. Points have been awarded. Oh, yeah, there is a point for fastest lap. Oh, yeah, so actually it's even less for Ethan that he needs to be worried about. Either way, it's time for one-shot quali. for the main race. This is now just a normal round at this point. Quali is just a tiny bit shorter. One shot, then the race. That's it. No big deal. You know how this pit goes. You've seen this every single week we've been on it. Green van's coming through. Rocket Pro, I got you. Where's his name at? Boom. Needs to restart. One set. I got you. One safety car will be given to you. I don't know if we can afford to, but we'll try it. We still do have Monaco. That's a very good... Just to make sure everyone knows the pain fact of the calendar. Every race in the 3rd and 6th slots on each row is a sprint. So Australia, we had one. This race at Silverstone was one. Monaco and Vegas are the next sprints in the league this season. That's what you've got. I just want you to know that. Yes, Monaco is... Vegas is there because it keeps doing well and is entertaining for us in the league. Monaco is entirely my fault. It's not a fault. I did it on purpose. Best of luck. You're going to absolutely love it. You love Monaco as a 50% anyways. Why would you not love it as a sprint as well with a reverse grid where it's harder to overtake people? And we'll be there. I actually don't mind the second half of the calendar. It's not too bad. China's great. Baku's good. Monaco is fun for me, not for anyone else. Miami, I have no clues, and we'll see if it goes well for the thing. Austria is nice. Everything, I think, is a good ending for the season. We'll see. We'll see. All right, now I can go and reset the lobby. And actually give it the normal settings now. Hopefully, it actually gives me them when I select it. And then we'll go and get some others. I think we're still missing 1 or 2 names in there. That's on the procs. See, that time it remembered I ordered it on the procs. Why did it not remember before? Sure. Formation lap still off because broken. But the rest is back. Damage is fine. Okay, so this time it works when I actually asked it to. Except qualifying, because that's some reason on short. I need to put that back. Okay. We move, we move, we move. 14 means we're missing how many names? Ray's back in finally, so is that counting to the 14? It is. Let me go scroll through and just find names. Am I missing a pooch? We are missing a pooch. Are we missing a bagel? No, just a pooch is one of them. I see. I can at least put my... Yes, did you not manage to put it on before? Was it a glitch that stopped you, or are you forgetting slightly that stopped you? I won't tell if you don't. I got you. I got you. Miami is goated in the game. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. That's pain. That's pain. Pooch is in. W's. So we are missing only 1 because we're on to 16. So who's the... I hate trying to figure out who that is. My eyes ain't figuring out quick enough. Is Mia in? Yes. Sure. Satar is the only person in Satar, right? Yes. Because their PC's restarting. Or something, their game's restarting. Okay. I'll send them an invite, and once they're in, we'll start as soon as possible. And we'll get to it. Half my setup. Some people still do what I do in lobbies, where they have to, like, rush, have their setup on one screen, and then go on the other screen, and then quickly, like, type in all the wings and stuff, and you barely get halfway through. And you've got, like, tire pressures and brakes left to do. Are we still doing that in 20? I'm allowed, because I'm lazy AF. You guys aren't. Not for a league. You gotta have it saved. Oh, okay, fair enough. That's worse. I'm not gonna lie, that's worse. But I'll later. That'd be nice. Yeah. Considering I'm top 1% at Miami, I might like it. If you do not cook now, then the higher ups will have to speak to you. I don't know who the higher ups are. They're just quite high in the game for some reason. We sure. Love driving Miami on any other F1 game. On any F1 game, so not any other one. No matter what it says, it's so smooth and enjoyable. Damn, I just don't gel with it. I'm bad, basically. So that's my excuse. Is Kieran making it? Didn't realize Kieran was due to make it in for the big race. I'm not sure. Ron, are you about? I assume you might be in a VC with Kieran. Is he local to this race? You can invite him if you can, but like, is he joining? We'll see. Yeah, we're only missing him, if anyone. That's it. No one else. Everyone else is in. Yes, I am excited for Superco. Yeah, absolutely. Don't ask silly questions. We will be there. We will be there. It's going to be good. I don't know how it's going to be as a film, but like, if it's like Superman, should be a good time. Okay, this got that right. I'll just send him an invite on X, but everyone's been killed offline. Okay, I don't have Xbox friends anymore. I didn't want them anyways. Didn't want Xbox friends any. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone has just been killed. It's all good. Right, well, I'll scroll the long way around, and now maybe invite him. It's been offline for 75 weeks. Everyone is in. and ready. I want to check the clip at the start. That is one thing I'm going to quickly do because I want to see how the hell that looked. Where is my screen? It would help if it would let me look at it. There we go. There it is. Question? Hit me with a question. If you want to see a little start from Jack's POV, I'm going to give you an early clip. Why not? Yeah, this is what I'm describing it as like standard chaos because it wasn't too crazy, but turn one definitely did turn one things of a few people merging together, and then that sort of stuff happened. Spurs went round a bit, then a few people forced off. There's a guy and Jack's left. He couldn't give any room to. That's standard NSL starts, but it isn't nice NSL starts. It's one of those. Is Discord completely been biffed? Damn. That's not ideal timing. Thankfully, everyone's already hit. My Discord's still working. I think. I haven't checked yet. We'll find out. Right. We'll keep going. Yes, I did see the COD release track. I've seen everything for COD stuff. I am very excited for the whole of it. Literally, I don't think there's anything. There's like 1-2 things I might be negative about it, but I'm thinking it should be good. I'm thinking it should be good. I'm ready. I'm ready. Hopefully. Yeah, apparently, all right, so Discord's died. I'm going to give a ready up message in about... Well, I'm going to give it, but I don't know if anyone's going to see it. If you're in the stream, you can ready up in a minute-ish. Not yet. In a minute-ish, and then we'll go. Re-up, but I can't connect to it. This is great news. This is amazing. I love it. They'll see. Yeah, basically, if you see people readied up, it's fine. We've lost someone. Okay, okay. Now we're down to another. Who's? That's Ray again, isn't it? It is. It is Ray because I don't see his name anymore. Right. Every time we're about to start, we lose permission to start. Okay. Good. Is everyone's internet just losing their heads? Is everyone's cloud? Have you all signed up to weird cloud servers right now? What's going down? I don't know. My Discord still works, my Xbox still works. I don't know why I'm immune to this currently. Ray, you have some minutes of time. The FPMs has to be cancelled now because we're not starting in about 2 seconds. I'd love to raise my screen. What happened to... Can I ask what happened? I think I can answer without you even answering yourself, but can I ask what happened to your monitors / TV, JJ? What... In fact, better question. What game did that? That's mine. Ron, that happens to me on a time though. That happens when Xbox is fine. As in like when it does offline. Like it's fine now. This happens like once every day. And then within 2-3 minutes, it's like everyone's online again. So yeah, I think Xbox itself is okay. I don't know. Yeah, you got time. Everyone, we've probably got, I'm guessing, a minute or 2 before we start. Once I see Ray in the lobby, I'm going to be inclined to go because I have no clue if Kieran's racing or not. I don't know. But if he is, he'll be there. Foot champs on FIFA. Say no more. Didn't even need to guess. I knew damn well it was that game. I didn't even need to guess. There's only one game that can do that to your monitors and TV, and it is FIFA. This is why I don't do it. This is why I don't do it. Yeah, it's a scary time. It's a scary... Don't... Foot champ players and gems. FIFA in general. Not even called it anymore. It's just... You know what I mean. The stress of dreams. Bit painful. How'd you finish? How'd you finish, champs? Did you finish, champs? It's a better question. 10-0, then last minute loss? That ain't ideal. Okay. Yeah, you lot are cooked. Just got his back. Nice. Yeah, my entire time, at least, the text part of Discord hasn't crashed, but I'm not in a VC, so yeah, I can't say if that bit's working or not. Didn't see the dawn of... That's a W description right there, by the way. I like that. That's good. That's good. Okay. Where is my league attendances? Where are you lot? We've got a race to be getting on with, lads. Where are you? Let's be honest. A Ray is due at some point if his PC recovers. I'm starting at 36 minutes past, or when Ray joins, whichever one comes first. If it says 36 minutes past your hour, we're readying up again. I will ping it for a second time, or if you hear me at that point, then we're doing it. Lock in PCs, SSDs, hard drives of the world. You get in the session. Still ain't got a clue if Kieran's local, and I've got an additional person online now. It's up to 5. Pooch is gonna loot. Why are you, bro? Don't. Oh, everyone's head's gone. Everyone's head's gone. This is great. This is a great day. This is an absolute amazing. I watched the sprint. You're all doing the chat room. Watch my onboards. Turn 1 is interesting because no one knows how to judge it with people alongside them. Even if you're an accomplished? Yeah, accomplished. There we go, driver. Not accomplice. Even if you know what you're doing, in short, it's still difficult. It'll be fun. Found and Ritz often. You absolute nerd. I am sorry. I ain't fun. I don't want to do that. You good for you lot, man. Good for you. That's pain. Double suspension of a voice chat's crazy. In the same lobby, technically. We ain't had 2 in ages. Can we go? 36 past. Oh, it's 36 past now. Oh, never mind. Yeah, we can go. Yeah, we can go then. All right, never mind. It is now 36 minutes past. It's just tick that way. Everyone lock in. Start. We're missing a possible Ray and a possible Kieran, maybe. Kieran I hadn't heard from in 75 years. Ray's PC is currently spinning its hard drive disk as quick as possible. I can hear it from here. That's how loud it is as he's rushing to get in. We'll see if he makes it. No, Kieran. All right, fair enough. Yeah, we'll see if Ray makes it before the sprint actually starts. I mean, the race starts. It might not even be in the right car. We'll allow that at least. Yeah, that noise. It's making that noise. He's there. It's waiting. Oh, what a day. Fun the music now. We're basically at the start. We've had enough filler time. We're racing now. We're going to do this stuff. As I said, this bit's normal. You're all used to this part. It's just the main race, so it's a qualifying and then a race bit afterwards. It's not a big short quali. A big short quali? Compared to one shot, it's bigger. It's not a short quali. One shot only, so this is where you can risk all your life on the line for this. It also is a point where Josh is being nice and telling the competition to remember to put your setups on. I wouldn't tell a damn soul about that. I want every advantage I can get, but put them on, because no one remembers half the time when it's stuff like this, and apart from it is not off. But the session's about to start, because the time has gone to 0. I was ready to start commentating there. No, never mind. We've got a stoppage time, and it's gone. We went from 0 to 59, back to 0 to no timer to 29 seconds. We will get to the start soon. Soon with this session, we'll start this game. Man, hurts my head. I've seen 3 to 4 different timers. I also haven't heard about rain yet. Dry to wet. There it is, on point, on cue. Thank you very much, and good night. Cody's. Even Cody's know how to make me feel better, even when most of the time they stress me out on a weekly basis. 86% rain at 30. I like this. If you're ready for the race, if that's the bit you're looking forward to and you've got your snacks ready, I think it could be cinema conditions. Cinema racing, I don't know, but conditions will be cinema. That's all I know. Right. Heads up for this. Qualifying the last time we had a one-shot, I think it's kind of important to let you know, because slightly different. Zata's obviously got a grip, and if anyone's wondering why they're retiring and disqualifying immediately, it's all good and fine. We'll go and bother Hellboy. Why not? Last time we had a pole position, it was by someone who was kicked from the league, actually, so never mind. That stat's now useless. But I want to say, these sessions are good, because you can't risk full maximum. I've had 3 laps in quali to warm up. Now I'm ready to go pace, because if you do one track limit and it's over, you go wide right here, your session's done. So far, Apollo Pepsi's on pole. Never seen that before, but it might happen, because he might be the one willing to risk the most. F1 Lightning, Raul, usual suspects could be there. Josh has dropped a position or 2. He's down into 6th with his laps of down to 7th. Shuffling in the mid-pack. I'm not sure what's going on there. Hellboy's still fighting in that 6th place. AMG's repping. It's an A top 5. One of them is in the team. AMS, AMG, AMP's lost ground. I think we might have a new pole sitter, maybe. It just depends on the last few corners, which are very tricky. And the desync, if there is any. Apollo Pepsi might be here to take their debut pole in NSL. Can they manage it? I think they've just been nicked in the final sector by a couple temps. F1 Lightning has taken it off him and starts in pole instead. It was close. Maybe it wasn't, and Desync just made it look a bit different. I don't know, but okay. Okay. Almost a new pole sitter. We haven't had one of those for a whole minute. Could have had it. Could have had it. I just like new stats on the board. Instead, we've got the usual stuff. 3 temps gap to F1 line, who managed to pull some great time out of there from some point. Pepsi in second place. Then we got Raul in third, Josh in fourth, Hellboy in P5 is a very solid start. Pooch in sixth as well is not too bad. Low-key probably bad from the Alpines. They've been like fourth and fifth every single session, but 6th and 7th for them. Young Quest, Jack, RB, Ollie, Pin Princess, Mr. Spuds, Rocket Pro, and Satar at the bat, thankfully. Thank you, Satar, by the way, for doing that. I know it's annoying-ish to have to, like, if you got a grid pen, to take a bigger one, effectively, but speed stuff up. We'll take it. That's the session for the qualifying done. It's all been quick, high action, high octane, just like firing at it. Now we can slow down a bit. Strategies can come into it, which if people did practice early on last week, it's been thrown out the window because they changed the tires in the last patch. So tires just work different. Not all for the whole game, just for this track with the compounds and stuff. So that's going to be different. I think people have probably nerded. If you've done any new practice since that, you're officially unique, no matter what anyone says. Nothing wrong with that, it's fine. But yeah, tire wear is going to be different. It's also not going to matter too much because there's rain due at some point. So the main game in this is what tire gets you to the rain to save you having to do any other stops, if that's even possible. If it is, W. If it isn't, run your fastest race up till the rain. If the rain even turns up, it's approximate. It might not turn up as heavy as it's meant to. It might turn up right on the last lap, in which case just run your fastest normal race. I don't know. Compounds is in like the C1, C2, C3 all the way to C6. So it's still a soft, medium, and hard tire. It's just, I think they've adjusted that to match what real life actually is. I think that's it. Well, anyways, I think these cars are going to have Novo formation lap and hopefully exist off the start. 5 lights on the screen. 5 lights are off the screen, and we are racing for the second time backwards at Silverstone. And turn 1 this time is looking a tiny bit cleaner with a few cars already taking out all the boards. But so far, I think it's not gone well. There's already an Aston who's spun a little bit down in the order. I think that was RB who's dropped some places. Most of them, though, all still facing the right direction. 4 now at the front. Same leader. Raul into second place ahead of Apollo Pepsi. We've got a side-by-side right now with... That's Pooch, I think, trying to go past Hellboy for a second. Nothing doing just yet. Tyres on the screen so you can have a look at them. There is 2 soft tyres on the grid. Couple mediums. 50-50-ish split between mediums and hards. Few more mediums, I think, than hard tyres. And 2 soft tyres. Is it due sooner than expected? Or have we just got bored? And that one, I want to see how everyone does at the track limits, and that is exactly why I wanted to check Young Quest's. It's not gone well at that first attempt. No damage and no big harm, though. There's, oh, I stand corrected there, actually, as end plate damage. I don't think that was from going off wide. That's from something else. Not sure when it happened to him, but the soft tire gamble for both soft tire runners. Not going as well as it probably could have. At the front, 3 10th gap. Raul is looking to make a bit of work of this vehicle. He's gone on an aggressive tire in comparison to the Aston Martin, which I like. He's bringing the game to F1 Kid. I like this. He's had too many races where he's had a nice dominant run, not easy run. He's had to work for it, but like he's shown, I've got this lead, it's fine. This time, he's going to get some challenge with a quicker tire thrown against him. I like this. Pepsi's still right there as well, holding onto it in the train. Josh is in there in 4th. Pooch is also in the train. Every one of these top 7 are comfortably in this. Then we got a bit of a gap to Jack and Co behind. We'll see. My TV is in clips after... Yes, I will see. Thank you, by the way. Just catching up with that. Future McLaren human. I agree. Pooch is trying to sign for the McLarens, I heard. Alpine, you better watch out. Your driver's getting poached. I'm kidding. There is mid-season driver transfers due. I've heard chatters of some coming up. That will be happening if you're in the NSL Discord. If you're a driver already in there, keep an eye on the announcements and stuff. You'll know exactly when that's happening. If you want to make some switches and exactly how that goes. Bit of a mess, but it will be sorted within the week. Jack is saying hello from Spain. A lot of people saying hi during their holidays. Go enjoy your holidays, man. But thank you for stopping in. I hope you're doing good. There's no need to say sorry if you're on holiday. Enjoy your holiday. Excuse me. And have a good time. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you as always, man. So far, it's a good time. What is holiday? Jet 2 is your answer for that. I don't know. I don't know what a holiday is either. I'd like a permanent one. Whew, that'd be great. Anyways, It's a shame I'm not going forwards because I've learned of a new bump that they added in this patch at turn 1. If you hit the sausage curb wrong. Although it's roughly there. If you hit it slightly wrong, it just decides you're getting biffed into the existence. Similar to the Bahrain one at turn 4, 5-ish, I think it is. Forgetting what turn it is. After the second DRS zone. After the straight in the thingy. It's like that. But that one worked backwards as well. So, like, there's a chance for content. I haven't seen it happen. I think we would have maybe got a little inkling of it at some point. Young Quest into the pits to fix that front wing. Satar's also been in as well on some new hards. I was going to say to the end. I don't know when the end is for those tyres. I've come in with less intel than usual. So we ain't got the foggiest of clue. I just know general knowledge of how tyres work. And that's about it. As we've got Ray very close, by the way, in the background. And I've just managed to get there at the wrong point in time. That's a ball taken away. Ray's overtaken further back. Position changes, so you can see he has gained 4. Rocket Pro has gained 1 himself. Young Quest down 7. Been one of the big losses, but if you've pitted, of course, it's always going to be like that. No one else has really gained or lost. They're all just where they are. Shuffled 1 or 2 up and down. That's basically it. Everyone's chill. Pooch has just slightly been dropped out of DRS. 1.2 second gap now. So he's got a bit of work if he wants to try and keep that train. Because that train is going to be crucial to what happens later in the race. I think those big 4 are going to be fighting very aggressively for who's going to have the win. Or at least a podium. One of those 4 will miss out. It might be all... Seems knock on wood for someone's luck. If all of the top 4 currently right now don't end up on the podium. I think that's crazy. But like, there's a world in NSL where that somehow happens. That all the top 4 somehow end up missing out. And then we have effectively a brand new race winner. Because not many people outside of that have won a race. If any, in fact. I think we've got all the race winners in the top 4 right now. Unless I'm missing one. And that's right. But yeah, Pooch has got lock in anyways. Because then he can get himself in that possible later battle. And we'll see. Struggling to... That's not what it says, but I'll translate. Struggling to type right now because I have... I assume that's meant to be an ice pack on my hand. Why have you got... What's happened to your hand? Is your hand okay? Hope your hand's okay. Don't know what's happened to it. Close enough. Bigger Hellboy. Hellboy's having a very solid race. Qualified solidly. That needs to be shown some more love. Like, it was a good quali. And currently Bagel's going to try and undo that, but I don't think he's close enough and he's very low on battery. I think this is kind of confirmed that Pooch has been dropped out and he's now got a car behind him he's got to deal with rather than keeping in touch with the ones ahead. But yeah, Alpine's probably slightly lower than usual by a position or 2. And Hellboy with a very solid quali and showing he still has the pace to be in this position. He's going for it. And he's finally got a chance of taking a top 5 spot, at least in this first stage of race. I ain't got a clue if it's going to stay that way. But so far, it could be like that. If you want the leader gaps to see if there's a pit stop opening, behind Rocket Pro is the next gap. And then otherwise, it's still close enough that you can't really do too much just yet. Josh Bruv locked the fuck in is what's been called. We'll give him some airtime while he's here. As these cars are so close. Oh, that lag spike. Ooh. That I don't think that's a lag spike, more a CPU spike telling him, actually, I'm not here. I've rendered me further backwards. Raul's car was almost decapitated out of that one. That was a bit scary. Spurt's one of the first again. Same in the sprint, same in this, to get a penalty for track limits. No one else has had one at all yet, which is good news. Another thing to warn for as well, the pits. It's very easy, I believe, just in general to speed because it's a short downhill run. You can't really judge it as easily. It's a weird run into the pit lane. There's 3 pit lanes at this point on track. I don't know. It's a weird run into the pit lane backwards. If you drive it at full speed, it's hard to slow it down without hitting a wall or speeding. Or you slow down enough, the car behind hasn't recognized you're slowing down enough, hits you, you still speed, and you've got damage because you've been hit and you've caused a crash. So if you're close to a car like in this top 4, and let's say you don't know if one of them's going to pit, you've got to somehow all agree to give each other some more space so it can exist. Or you just all hope for the best and see what happens. Ray is still firing Rocket Pro from back there, and Hellboy's still sniffing his Alpine. Not a good thing to sniff. Not ideal. Also about my wrist, when I flung the controller at my TV, it fell and landed on my wrist. I hope your wrist is okay. Stop throwing stuff at TVs. It's not ideal. Everyone look after yourselves, please. Please, but I hope you're all okay. The bruise on the way. Bruise? Oh, I think I might have missed the context before that, but that now makes sense. I understand now. As Hellboy is going around the outside at turn 1. That's risky with this turn 1. Oh my god, and Bagel almost swiping out the McLaren. This is how scary turn 1 is. Because it's one of those where, like, it naturally means any car side by side will all meet at the apex, but you don't know if the one of the cars is going to sweep wide from the inside. It's going to happen a lot. I don't think that's anything to do with the stewards, but Bagel almost ended up absolutely wiping out that McLaren. It could have been curtains for Hellboy. It could have been curtains. He is still going. I don't think he even hit him at all, but it's close racing out here. It's close racing. We're going to keep an eye on these lot. The top 4 are still doing the same train. I think they're probably wanting to stay in that train as long as they can. Get further into the race. But this I'm intrigued with, because there's no DRS saving any of them, and it's not the established quo. It's not like, oh, we're going to tow away for the lead. We want to be in this position. Let's not fight. It's for 5th. Everyone wants highest position out of these lot. Just fight and do what you want. Have a great time. Battery check as well. 41%, 59, and 32. So they're all fairly even. Pooch with the least, but they've all got enough to exist at the moment. Close again. See, all the best overtaking moments at the end of straights are into corners where it becomes single file. At the end of that straight, and at the end... Hanger straight? No, Wellington straight. That's that one. And at the end of turn 1, or before you get to turn 1, it's always narrowing into the wrong way as we have the cars into the pits. Poocher still speds! He went so slowly! How has he still managed to speed into the pits? We was watching that. It was the most cautious pit entry I've ever seen. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, no. But we have watched Hellboy and Pooch both go for the pits at the same lap. Front wing change for Hellboy as well. I don't think Pooch has that to do, but he has got a 10 seconds. That has not gone his way. So it does mean, most likely, Bagel should get the jump on him as long as he doesn't have his own damage to deal with. I want to give you a look at the pit exit as well, while we're just so far don't have to look at any battles. Pit exit's going to be a bit sketch, because it's also one of those where you rejoin well off the racing line and suddenly you have to become on it, or else you're not going to make the corner. And if a car doesn't see you on the rejoin, it's a bit scuffed. Spurs is also in. Well, almost out, I should say. This looks so weird looking in that way. That's how it is. That's how it is. Damn. So, yeah, that's your warning for the pit entry. If for some reason you're in the race and you're listening to me still, Pooch took it so carefully and still sped into the pits. You gotta be safe, and if you got a car behind you, that's the risk. You got a car behind putting pressure on you. You can't take it that safely. That's the price you pay for, I guess, not being quick enough to outdo the car. I don't know. Either way, yeah. There you go. Those guys will slowly make some inroads and make some stuff happen later in the race. Again, we still don't know when the rain's due officially. We know when it was meant to be due, but that says nothing. Ray and Rocket Pro still fighting. But we leave those alone. We still have the top 4. We haven't looked at them for a bit. Still close to each other. Still just sat in each other's DRS. All being extremely consistent. I'm impressed by Apollo Pepsi, to be fair, because we don't see enough of his racing. So hard to judge if he's like on top pace or if he's just... If DRS frame up is just helping him more than not. But he's there on pace genuinely. So you got to give him the love. He's saving his battery nicely. We've got Rowler's been, I think, dumping a lot. The more his tyres wear, the more work he's got to put in with anything that isn't his tyres to keep up. And as you can see, it's opening up as all of these corners go through, and it's up to 6.5 temps. It was Rowler putting F1 Kid under pressure. It's now F1 Kid being put... No, F1 Kid almost nailed that line. That was almost smooth. Commentary blunders there. It was that. It's now this. The Red Bull is now battling the Haas and putting them under the most pressure, as the hardtail runners will start to be the faster out of anyone on the grid. As long as you haven't pitted recently, which Ray and Rocket Pro are finally doing themselves. No more speeding for those guys. Still only one we've seen. That's not ideal. Bagel's going for a long time, of course, because he's on the hard tires, so we'll see him. It might not see him in, actually. I don't know when. The clouds are starting to become, well, clouds. It's overcast now, so it might be a scenario where the hard tires can take you there. For content, I want it to be where the hard tires can't take you there. I need it more than ever that the hard tires just bring you a lap or two before. They're so useless, but you just have to get off them. Josh has gone for a pit stop off the hard tires, so he's going for it's not going to be worth holding on to old hards. As RB speeds in, and that's the second one of the day. He's going for the strat of, let me just push them aggressively. Make them have to fight for this. Force them maybe to all make a stop and just run, hopefully, a faster race. And out of all the tyres he's gone for, it's a soft. So he wasn't expecting much longer than whatever his hard stint would have taken him to. Josh Icality, almost said his wrong name. If he bottles, I'll say his wrong name. But he's doing well. Josh Icality going for the aggressive strat on the pits. Come out ahead of Pooch. If Pooch didn't have... Well, he didn't actually have a slowdown in the pits. He just has a penalty to his name. So either way, Josh had a beautiful gap to sit into. Game on for those front three now. Let's see what's going down. Lock in for everyone wanting Josh to do well. The top three. Let's see how they counter that one. They're all still in this nice trade. It's still the same job. F1 Kid's just got a nicest toe ahead. Gap ahead, I should say. 6 tenths. Can't really fully break it. Don't know if he really wants to. Maybe that could be a thing. And also... Okay, he might go for the move now. Apollo Percy wants second place here and now. The gap got a tiny bit too big. And he goes into second position. Second gap at the front. Yellow flag for a car in the... It's in the pits. I'm not sure how that's equated to a yellow flag. But sure, it's Mir going into the pits that was giving a yellow flag for that zone. It was entirely inside the pit lane. That is Raul following in. Has managed to stop it before the line with no speeding penalty. That's an ever successful job. Let's go. F1 Kid is very confused as to why he pit. Yeah, I'm wondering... I think I get why, if it's a gamble to make the others pit. If it's going to be one where he gets right back up to where he was before, it makes no difference, sure. Because he was stuck in that train anyways. If it's one of those, I get it. Which I think is what both the Hasses are trying to do. If it's not going to do that, then yeah, it makes... I don't know. I have no clue. I assume that is the entire gamble, and it makes sense on a... Why has my controller just done that? It makes sense on paper. I just have no clue if it's actually going to work. And it seems one of these front two are going to cave and pit themselves. So we'll find out. 13-second gap. If you want leader gap, 28 and 29 seconds away. I'll leave that on the screen for a little bit. That's the gap these guys got to work for. Maybe these guys go safe, pit and cover it off. Although you're not going to come out in the lead because Bagel and Jack might be like, well, if you two are going to cover those guys off, we'll stay out. That might force these two to stay on that same decision. They might just stay out because they've got Bagel and Jack right in tow. Good point, though, for the softs. Yes, the softs do last about 4 seconds. Which means... I don't know. I see the vision of the gamble if the tyres work and the rain is due sooner-ish and you can make them move more aggressive. I don't know. We'll find out. They think they can, or maybe they're just going for the gamble of pushing someone. We'll find out in a little bit. It does leave, though, Apollo Pepsi and F1 Lightning enough time to just freely fight on their own. They've got a little bit of time they can work with. 27, and those two cars are very close, by the way. Warm tyres of Josh versus freshly warmed up tyres of Raul. Now, they're not teammates, but I assume they may be in a VC to talk to each other or some. I haven't actually seen. But surely they have to work together here. They both know what they're going for. They'll fight. They have to fight this out later, though. Even if you're not on the same team, they both have to know in their brains, this is for the race win, possibly later on podium. We just got to push on, DRS trade each other, be smooth, and assume that's what they've got to do. And it looks like they are doing so. They're level-headed humans, so even if they weren't on the same team. Sure. I don't know. I guess the intel is they're on 70-something%. No, they're on 4%. Don't worry. It's fine. I actually have no clue. Anyways. Buying the day with a sneaky intel. I appreciate it. I see you. Yeah, the medium tires I thought would have been safer. I guess they just want to make it a more of aggressive strat. That's the only thing I can think of. Quest into the pits as well. Has he managed to not speed? He has managed to not. My go. You could use... I know. Shush. I don't know if he was just making up memes. I had no clue. I didn't know if he was also there. Anyways. I ain't got a clue what's going down. I'm just watching the race unfold in front of my face. I can't make them go cockpit camera vortex. I see you. I can't, but I respect it. I got you, man. I got you. Hard is still crazy away on the new tire compounds, and a hard tire is just generally not existent. Is that what we got today? I like that. Okay, I actually do like that. So if I'm learning what I'm learning from the chat, it's that these 4 are on the worst tires known to mankind. We've got Jack in. Never car into the pits. Fastest lap for the leader of these two soft runners. Okay. I'll give you the points back in a second. 87% wear on Jack's car, which means these front 3 are running on literally negative tread. I respect it. Which means they must be confident the rain's due, though. I kind of actually prefer the strat on the other way. The stopping I like as a strat. Whatever tire you put on is something. Jack is on the intermediate tires off his stop, by the way. I just want to let you all know that. Okay. I like that gamble. And I think the gamble could pay off. The rain's due. It's here. I didn't think it was actually going to fall yet. I checked about 30 seconds ago. It wasn't down the ground. Okay, so this has made sense. The hard tires have paid off just about. That could just be 20 seconds thrown down the drain for the soft runners then. They might have not been... They've closed 9 seconds. They couldn't close the time enough. They maybe if they'd have made that stop a tiny bit earlier, a lap or two earlier, they could have done it. But the rain's here. Question is, though, it's not here fully yet. It's on the track, but it's not wet yet. The hard tires are still going to be slower than the soft runners. They still have a lap or two of better conditions to try and gain that time back. And I think Jack's call, although the right call eventually, is probably a lap or two too early. Keep an eye on his gap to the leaders. Keep an eye on the soft tires gap to the leaders. That will tell you if it's actually wet yet. 48 seconds versus 19. We'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah, the track is currently not wet. It's just raining. That's the difference. We'll see on the track if it gets visually wet at some point. Preaching into the pits as well. 18 seconds. He's getting another half a second on the front too. They're now not in DRS range as well at the front. Speaking of it, they're still enabled. I haven't seen that turn off anywhere from the big directors. So we're still going. This is the mid-game when no one knows what to do yet. Jack has lost 1.2 seconds since driving. Some of that could just be purely Jack is not as quick as F1 Lightning in general. Some of that is most likely down to the tire. It's not ready yet. Pooch is also doing the same gamble onto intermediate tires. They could still gain heaps of time, even on worn inters, though, if it gets wet. Now. Like, now. It's not doing that yet, but if it does, then it's good. Bagel, though, and Pepsi. Pepsi's had a solid race. He has a solid chance of having a win if he just keeps it clean and keeps fighting this and pulls off a nice little battle with F1 Kid near the end. These two are going crazy for this one and might have just settled into a 2-horse race if the Haas and the RB don't get there. Bagel as well, on for a podium. If he exists and somehow keeps these two cars behind him is the question. He's got it, but if you speed into the pit lane, all your hard work is done and thrown into a green bin for recycle day, and it's not even bin day. 10-second pen for speeding, the time you really didn't want to have it. Bagel's got one as well. Everyone's getting speeding pens. Today is not the day, ladies and gents. Stop getting them. This is when they needed to capitalize on everything happening. Intermediates are on the track. I don't know. Oh, I do know. I think we are crossed over now. We've crossed over. But all the other stuff are saying the thing. Focus on the top 3. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. It's definitely Inters just now. It's finally just twigged. Most of the grid is making their stops. I suspect all these front 3 will be in the pits. But this is the gamble. The gamble has yielded 16 seconds. They gained 12. 12 seconds of time. That's a lot of time, but they still have most of it left to catch by the time that the rain arrived. They needed 3-4 more laps. 5 more. They needed a lot of laps to do that. They basically needed to force F1 into making a stop. I think that was the main thing. Burn the tires and, like, catching back up. I think they needed anyone on the hards to also pit with them. That would have been the preferred thing, because then you don't have to worry about a gap. You're all in the same boat. And they would have at least had a close gap. But right now, I don't know what's happening right now. Right now, I don't know. 10-second pen for a Pepsi. If he didn't have that, he's undercut for the lead. There's no question. RB's on medium still, by the way. And very crucially, F1 Lightning did not get a speeding penalty. He's still safe on the track. These next two, I'm watching like hawks right now to see if you lots don't speed into the pits in these conditions. Can they lock in on the 60? That's one down. Josh has been passed by Apollo Pepsi before he's even made it into the pits. Look how cautious he's taking it. Bro's so far down on the speed to make sure he doesn't. He's safe. In the lead by miles, though, is Apollo Pepsi's car. Or not miles, because look at the run that you have to do compared to that straight line. Can he gain 10 seconds and run away? I don't know. I respect the gamble. As long as my brain's thinking the 2 AMG Dons have gone for, let's make the other two either really ruin your tires or pit with us, I get it. But you really wanted them to do the pit option, because if they didn't, your job was just a bit too hard. I think the gamble was a slight bit too hard to do in the end. They went for it. I respect that, though, but it did not go down too well. Apollo Petsy needs 10 seconds to keep that position. He's only got 4.7. I don't know how this ends at this point. There's still no safety cars that's happened yet. That's still absolutely a thing that can happen. Probably would be good, because it means you end up actually having a chance to get rid of the speeding pen. But you don't always necessarily need to pit, so that means you might just lose a lot of positions. We have no clue. Bagel's also got 10 seconds, so has Ray's. 3 cars on speeding pens at the moment on the track. Mia's on the hard tires? Not anymore. If they were, they're not, thankfully. Don't worry. I think it was only a matter of time. Everyone's now finally made it into the pits. Every car on the track is on inters. I wish it would at least go a step worse and go to wets. I don't remember the last time I've seen full wet tires on the game. Or in real life. Both. But I wouldn't mind those. Gap is 5 seconds. It's not going down. It's going up. Or at least holding. It's just gone straight back down to 4.9. I like this, though. At the very least, F1 can't just cruise back toward... I'm used to him being in second to someone who's not used to being there, and eventually chipping away lap over lap, and then eventually getting the place, or like getting right back up to them. Now, Apollo Petsy, even in clean air without a slipstream, has just got the pace to match his times at the very least, and he's staying the same gap. Which means it's who can do the least mistakes. Right now, it's still F1's race to have because of the lack of penalties, but like, it's safe. I wouldn't count out something crazy happening. A bit of a slide, a spin, or something for an Aston Martin, and it could change it. The same for Apollo Petsy, and his race is done. We'll see. Fastest lap, if you want a little check, it is on Raul's car, which will be on his car for the rest of the race, because no one's going to get back on the dry, I don't think. So that might help certain championship individuals who don't want other people to gain points, and also will be very painful that F1 doesn't have it. It's one less point for his car to be dealing with. I know you want to see that one, Ethan. I got you. I got you. The gaps between everyone is very big across the track, except just about here. We've got Ollie trying to fight his way into the points, at least on track. He's already got it if he stayed as it is, and it ended right now on pens as he does find a gap and tries to slide down the inside of it. He's going to have to switch it back, but great defending from Mr. Spud's car. That's beautiful defending. Parked his car so good, so good. Could not let the RB pass to that point. Ollie's going to have to go have a never go down the Hangar Straight, which is the weird saying that first and not second throughout a lap. And it clearly doesn't have enough straight line speed or battery to deal with that, and that means I think Spud's going to hold on to position a little bit longer. He's not as quick through corners. That's just for sure. That is definitely for sure, but on the straights, he's cooking. I don't know if that's setup or ability, or both. One of the two at some point. I'm just going to sit back and keep watching. Ollie's decided to vacate the battery situation. He has deployed all of it. He has done that. He has done that. Behind the scene, the worst Google Pixel ad ever. Was Mo Salah in it? Because then it's no longer the worst one. It's fine. It's a good ad. What's the ad? What's the ad? I don't know how you're going to describe it to me at this point, but I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. I'm just going to see what happens with it. These two, because it seems like there's an Ollie who's desperate to get past, but he just simply cannot find a good point. Spuds is slower, but he's defending so well that it doesn't matter. He can keep the position. You can't send it here because it's a fast corner into a slow one, so you have to stay back. It's not like that's the corner you can send it on. This one is, and you can't. Every big straight has a fast corner after it, which is awful for sending it on. Especially straight into a slow one as they're making contact on the exit. He is going around the outside, though. I think he's managing it. He's found a way through. Oh, almost found the way into a spin as well. Spuds is being passed, though, more or less fairly. Up into 10th goes Ollie on track. Spuds down to 11th. Next car up for Ollie is 13 seconds away. Ooh. DRS has well and truly been disabled a long time ago, don't worry. Well, at least 3 solo laps to go. So they're all good. Mac was debunking whether Flo really wanted number 10. So went to Flo and he said, the pics... I like that. From a pure cringe perspective, I like that. I also hate that at the exact same time. I understand why that's bad. I definitely understand why that's bad. Stop dumping your life savings. Let's have a battery check on everyone else's car. Anyone else going crazy to try and hold on positions? Again, by the way, but all that, it's slowly, everyone could still be gapped a bit more. There's nothing wrong with this. Unfortunately, I can see a scenario where normally if something goes against him, he will tell me 75 reasons why. Which I think every driver would. It's normal. They all do this. It's like if it doesn't go well, they'll be like, yeah, this has gone wrong, this has gone wrong, sure. I'm used to that. It's fine. All I'm seeing is if there was no 10-second pen, Pepsi currently had this on lock. He kept up nicely the entire time with the front train, on pace, and it's clearly been proven. He had the pace to at least match it the entire time. That's all I'm seeing. Probably both of them could argue, yeah, if I was closer, I could have maybe done something, made him go slower. But if it was closer before and it was still the same pace, I respect it. From a pure, I like seeing that from a driver for the next race sort of thing. It's good. It doesn't matter as much today. 4 seconds in 8 laps is not doable when you've only gained the second in 3-4 laps. You will have to get exponentially quicker or hope that the second place car has a monumental skill issue. I think it's still going to be the same result of the win, but we'll see later on. He'll still keep second because the gap obviously with him and Raul is massive. It's 17 seconds, not 10. But we'll see. F1 Kid Cook, Magus, and Beckers take the penalty. Same. Is he being... Let me check warnings actually while we're here. We might as well check a few warnings. We've got the 10-second obviously, then we've got the 1 warning for that car, and the AMS is AMSing right now. F1 Lightning has no warnings to his name. So they're both safe on that. Oh my god, before I carry on. Oh my god, look at the exceeded values. Anyways, they're all safe on warnings. So it's just going to have to be falling off the track skill issue sort of day today. That's all we've got to deal with. Josh still down in 6th place, by the way, which is weird. I feel like I kind of lost touch of where Josh ended up coming out after Raul obviously was, well, both of them pit in on their strats. He lost position to Pepsi and then pitted in. I didn't realize it would be dropping him down here. I'm not sure if he just ended up having a little moment on the wins. I don't know where it actually went. Excuse me, but it's fine. Jimmy's stocks are down. Jimmy also is not doing well, man. It's not a good time for him. It's not a good time. He's got to contend with Jack to try and get a top 5 back on his head top. To be fair, a top 5, if I check the standings, would be Josh's best finish in a race since his return in NSL. That would be his day. That would be his best day he's had. He's had sprint podiums in the sprint today, if it stays as it is, and in Australia. So he's had good times there, and he's had good pace showing if he's just been able to not DNF or had an incident of some kind. But this would still technically be his best race, although I don't think he'd be happy with it, considering it could have been a top 3. It could have been a possible win. That strat gamble just was ungambled. It was a valid attempt, but the gamble did not pay off. He's going to gamble down the inside for this possible move. Again, against Jack, same time we saw in the sprint. We're going again this time in a big race. Plays it a bit safe. Has Jack learned from his last time? He has, and he's not going to let this one go just as easily. He has been passed, though. If he had a bit better traction, he could have maybe countered that down at the next couple corners, but I don't think that's close enough to do anything. So Josh, I think we'll take that position. I've jinxed Jimmy. Damn, Jimmy. Sorry, Jimmy. Sorry, Jimmy. I'm just trying to talk and give everyone their flowers and stuff, or whatever flowers can be given. If there is any to be given, I don't know. P5 for Josh, still best result. Jack's best result is, where has he got to? He's at a 4th. He's at a 4th. 3rd in Jeddah, and so that is obviously his best. He's got his debut podium. So he's nowhere near his best, but like, this is on average good pace for him. If he keeps up. If he stays within that sort of second range, maybe he can keep in touch with it, but otherwise, maybe Hellboy gets a little bit closer. I don't know. No one is close on the racetrack at the moment. We're kind of just looking at gaps slowly developing. They were hoping to God that he can have a couple positions kept to his name. If he loses 10, and I click the right thing to check, he currently goes down behind his teammate into 8th position before his teammate then gets put ahead of him again. Well, he loses it because he's got 3 seconds of his own. So he's going to be in 7th as it stands, if something else doesn't change. And for Apollo Pepsi, he's still going to be in 2nd. There's nothing more he can do. He's driving, I assume, at his absolute maximum pace, but he can't pull any more of a gap than he can. He's doing faster lap times, I think, by about a 10th or 2 or so every lap. He needs seconds or 2 every lap. And I don't think the person he's up against is someone who does skill issues very often in that sense. In a 1v1 long distance, who's got the best lap time battle, I don't see F1 Kid doing skill issues like that. In combat, maybe, sure. Everyone can do that. But like this, it just has to exist. We'll see if he stops existing on the racetrack. We'll have a go. I'm getting a new TV. Good. You think you needed one? I'm glad you are. I don't know how you... I hope that didn't cost too much to buy. That sounds expensive. Very expensive. How's Mia closer to the leader than P15 to P11? Don't worry about that, man. Mia's just doing her own race, man. Mia's cooking. Mia's cooking. Considering... Oh, that technically means Mia's actually in P11. Apparently. Maybe they get bumped later on. I don't know. I believe they've been lapped at some point, obviously, but like, I don't know why the game's not considering to just update that normally. It's just leaving it as it is. Sure. Good job for me, though. Everyone is still in the race, as Young Quest just ahead. Technically behind, but just ahead. Has got themselves a 3-second time penalty, but every single car who's racing is still in the race. No DNFs. We had 2 in a sprint, but none of them were down to contact. It was down to just manual retirements, which I assume was still down to contact, but you know what I mean. It wasn't instantly DNF'd out of the race. Today, every single individual is still going. That's a slide from Rocky Pro in the background, but he's still on the track. Every single individual is still going. I don't know the last time we had a race where everyone didn't DNF. Let's have a little look in the results. Have we had one of those all season? No. Not once. This would be... no. Classifications we did in Jeddah, but we had DNFs in Jeddah, so I'm not counting it. If it's everyone was classified, it's 2 races in a row. If it's literal DNFs, we haven't had it. Today could be the first day. I don't know if it's going to stay that way. We'll find out. Bagel is also now within... Almost was within a second of Josh. As he's... I say that, it's the other way around. It's Josh who's just passed him. I don't know why I'm wording it that way around. Yeah, Josh has finally got through into 4th. 20 seconds away from his own teammate. How has the gamble gone to the point where he's 20 seconds away from his own teammate who did the same gamble? I must have really missed what happened after the stops of the wet to dry, because that, or dry to wet, that's crazy gaps. I expected a bit, but not that much. Removing wisdom teeth is the most painful thing in the world. Not looking forward to the next 2 months. I've still found, I've had a wisdom tooth, I don't say break out, but I know you like, what did it erupt? I think that's what I actually say technically. But I haven't had to remove any, thank God. It's maybe still a matter of time. Could happen. Yeah, don't think it's a fun thing. The pain of having it is annoying. Getting removed is annoying as well. Best of luck. I hope it's all smooth and easy. But it's not fun. It's not fun. I can agree with that one. I did also read that initially as removing 9 wisdom teeth. I did see that too. I think I've just watched Josh as well lose a couple tenths of a second by going a bit too wide. Going wide in a wet at Cops is a bit scarier. So... we'll see. 4-inch TV for 150. That's not bad, actually. That's really not bad. I don't know if it's 4K or something, but like, it's good. Nice, good job. Need to remove 4. Today was only the... oh. Can't they at least do 2 at once? I don't know if it's like 2 on either side. I'm not sure where they are, but can't they at least do 1 side and the other side? And it's only 2 trips. I hope that's done as soon as it can, because that just sounds annoying. Jack into Pete. Okay, where did you 3 spawn into for a little battle? Hello there. How are we all doing? We've got racing again. We have racing back on the track again. We've got love taps back on the track again between 2 blue cars and a not blue car. That's definitely Papaya. Let's see how that one goes. Hellboy into top 6 again. Mr. Consistent. He's just out there, just making the moves. I respect this one. Pooch does have a penalty to his name again. I'll put that on the screen so you can see. Did we have someone who's just pitted? We have a... Now, in fairness, the Inters probably are getting a bit of a workout. We're pitting off them? We're on to wet tyres, and Rocket Pro has also done the same... Is the track getting too wet to be wet conditions? Furthermore, even if it is doing that, enough to make everyone lose time and need to pit again is crazy. Now, I assume these tyres are worn. If it's like the dries, they're definitely worn. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, literally, yeah. Literally in that script. Furthermore, what is going on? To be fair for Bagel, he's got rid of his 10-second penalty and he's out only a position. He's lost 6 seconds, but he's only 1 position down to roughly where he would have been put after his penalty. And the 2 cars ahead have penalties, so he can actually end up gaining at least 1 back off this. I don't know. So his gamble is not, it's more or less just put a new tire on and you basically still be where you are if he wasn't going to get anything higher up. Fair enough. Anyone else, huh? We now have 3 of them on it. I don't think anyone near the front risked that. Sure, I mean, the front 2, I reckon the front 2, they could be in snow conditions, 12 feet high, and they wouldn't change off these enters. It's like, if you ain't doing it, I ain't doing it. It's one of those types of days. It's still not enough to make anyone have any issues. In fact, I think if anyone's had any moments, it's probably been Pepsi. He's dropped a couple temps since we've last checked. I would love more than anything for that to be a trigger like, oh, everyone's going to end up on the wet tires, and it's going to be a stint where everyone's going to have to make a never stop. It isn't going to do that today. The game never gives you enough water to do that. Never. And even if it does, it's still probably 50-50 between a wet and inter. If you have no choice because you have to pit, sure, which I think is what anyone who's pitted has done, but I don't expect to see anyone else diving in. I think we'll just see everyone, if your tires are fine, you'll stay out. If they're not fine, sure, maybe a wet. But 2 laps to the end, I think at this point, you just see whatever your tires can do. I do agree, though. Visually, I'd say it is full wet. I do agree. It's just there's no point stopping now at this point. You won't gain enough. Pooch. 2-lap newer tire, 8-lap newer tire. So I was looking at RB's car. 8-lap newer tire than the car ahead. He's got 2 laps older tire than Hellboy. He's into 5th. What a result for Hellboy if he ends up holding on to this and not losing the car. 5th place is crazy. Not bad at all. Has he had a finisher result yet? Let me double check. He has had 2 7ths in Italy and Jeddah, so this would be definitely his best. It'd be good. Baker's not even gaining an RB. Yeah, that's not ideal. I think it would have just been a crossover point. And his tires were done, so he needed to pit. I don't think this was a gamble for anything. It was just, I need to pit, and that might as well be the tire I go on. Yeah, that's why I was not surprised that no one else is following anyone else in. So yeah, sadly for him, he's going to sit exactly where he's not even going to get close enough to get that penalty position. He will be 9th. As you can see, 3 seconds on the card. So I won't leave the tires on. We'll go back to the penalty screen. We'll check in with the front, guys. Pepsi's losing a little bit of time in the conditions. Not sure how, but he is losing it. I don't think it's going to make a damn difference. If I check the leader gap, it's obviously... Raul has been gaining, to be fair. He's gained a 3 or so seconds. He is closing. I feel like he's silently been like, just maybe, can I gain these that seconds over time and maybe get into second? He's going to have, again, a miracle from someone to do that, but it's not going to be that case today. He'll end up in 3rd. Behind these front 2, who've had, honestly, lights out race. Generally been an amazing race. It's just from a strategical point of view. If that speeding penalty didn't come in, there's no bias here, of course. I just like seeing new winners and new stuff like that. F1 Kid has driven him well, but he has been outpaced by the car ahead multiple times. If he just didn't have a speeding pen, which we warned about, and people said in the chat that can happen. If they just didn't have one, he has 25 points to his name if he just holds on by the end of this race. He has it. Unless we have an intro-worthy clip, F1 Kid's going to take this win, and it's going to be a 2nd place for Pepsi. Raul will still get a 3rd, which is another solid podium, a nice redemption after last week. And Josh with a 4th is another nice redemption after last week. Although I still think they're going to be both unhappy with it, because that gamble they did was to try and get into 1st and 2nd, and they've ended up basically where they started, which it's not bad. It's just not ideal. Bagel, hold on, by the way. Bagel is closing. I stand corrected. We were saying he wasn't catching. He is now 2 temps away. He's close-ish to doing it. Pooch also trying to gap Jap by 3 seconds to keep that P6. Couple people trying to get some positions here. Keep an eye on Bagel if he can. Well, Bagel's there now. He's well within it. He will get within 3 seconds if he just keeps his car cleanly on the... I mean, he should look to keep it on the road because he's got the best tires for it. So it's an 8th place for this man. And then we've got Jack currently fighting for his life to see if he can hold on to position. We've got yellow flags further up, which is for lapped cars, I think. So no need to worry if a leader gap has done something. Young Quest, I think, was involved. My headset is making you sound like a rusty robot. Please don't do that. RB gets another 3 seconds. That seals Bagel's position. He can step off the gas a little bit. The gap is also now 3 seconds. Hooch might end up claiming his top 6 for himself. It could be time. It could be time. That is a car wildly off the road in Rocket Pro. No front wing untouched. He does have now penalties, but he's still going. So that's good. We'll give him that one. Leader gap. Raul is still really trying to make sure, just in case Pepsi makes a big mistake, he can get in close. Don't think he will be able to do anything like that. Across the line, it will be a Red Bull crossing the line first for the first time in NSL, but it will not be a win, as F1 Lightning has kept him close. If that penalty hadn't turned up, if it hadn't turned up, he could have got there. But a deserved win for one of those two was coming through. F1 Kid does win the race. Second place for Pepsi, third place for Raul, and fourth for Josh. A solid 39 seconds off the lead. 30 seconds off his own team. What happened in that final phase of the race? Bear in mind, forgetting about the whole strategy gamble. I don't know. It's still a good result, but I feel like the AMG Dons might be a little bit upset that they could have been a bit better than that. Maybe. Ollie, Spuds, and Ray have already claimed their 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then we already have Bagel, who's currently... Bagel might want this on track, you know. Bagel might want it on track. He doesn't need to. He really, really doesn't need to. He can just exist, and he's fine. But does he want to just do a bit of a rogue send just for a cheeky position on track move? I kind of want to see it. He's drifting a bit wide. Unless RB makes a horrible error, I don't think it's going to be done. That order's going to stay as it is. Don't think anything yet is going to change. But either way, RB's going to come across the line in 8th. He'll get 9th. Bagel's going to have an 8th place. Probably Alpine's day is not being the best. 6th and 8th is not what they wanted, but it's still consistent and good. That's your order. That's everything we saw. I enjoyed the day. Nice attempt to commentator's curse. I don't even remember what I did. There wasn't any intent. I was just saying stuff. I don't remember anymore. I said a lot of words today. But anyways... Have your order on the grid. One day we'll get cleanest driver on this game. One day. Driver of the day I need to award as well while I'm here, but I'll have a little look on this. Delete this track. It's a... I suspect we get a bit of that. Race winner is F1 Lightning. Apollo Pepsi in second place, as we said. Fastest lap and third goes to Raul, which Ethan will be very happy for, and will be sending a quick salary bonus if he accepts his offer, possibly to join him in the McLaren maybe. I don't know. I don't know what they're planning. Anyways, we move. Josh in fourth place. The gamble between the AMG Dons, I would have loved to have seen if it worked, because I think that would have been really cool to see 4 of them fighting. Didn't work out. Hellboy over 5th. Started 5th, got 5th. Generally just a great race all round. I'm going to give it possibly to him. I don't see another reason. Apollo Pepsi could have had it if he'd have won that race, maybe, because it was impressive to go against an established good driver. I'm going to give it to Hellboy, because I think that was just a nice, consistent, clean drive. He did well. He deserved to be there. He's my driver today. We've got Pooch in 6th. Track will get deleted. Jack in 7th. Bagel in 8th, I'll be in 9th, Ollie in 10th place, gets a point on the board at least. Then we got Spuds, Ray, Youngquest, Satar, Rocket Pro, and Pimp Princess. I did see right at the end there that Rocket Pro did DNF. I don't know if that was across the line or not. If it was across the line, technically we have had every car still crossed the line and no one DNF for the first time. I don't think it was, though. I think it was before the race had done. So technically, we have still not had a single race where every single car didn't DNF. Technically. They all still classified. That's 2 races in a row if you want to big that up. But it's not... Anyways. Let me show you the things. You've seen all the stuff. If you watched this race and thought, that was kind of cool, I want to join, you should do so. There's always a full-time spot, sometimes popping up every now or then, but most of the time this season they've been pretty much full, which I really love. So shout out to you guys showing love for that. It means a lot that this goes well. I love watching this more than helping running this and stuff, so it's sick. Exclamation mark NSL in the Twitch chat. Join the NSL Discord, sign up through there. Mid-season transfers are going to come through for existing drivers, so shuffle around a bit if you want to try and get a wild card in for FPO. NSL, FPO would be vibes. I need vibes of that. I need somehow that to be existing. If you're in the YouTube chat, description, click the link. It's in the VOD. It's all there. That was a result of time. All time, I don't know, but it was a result of the time. If you want to be out for the next race as well, it's not next week. The gap in the middle is to represent the season pre. That wasn't funny. Pre-season gap. We have a week off. You can all relax, go do what you want for a bit. Come back in 2 weeks' time for China. Maybe some new people in new seats. Then Azerbaijan. Monaco Sprint is the next sprint we've got. I am sorry in advance, but I will be there more than you believe. Good times. I like that.